Hey guys, Rexasaur here and welcome to a World of Tanks review. This week we'll be reviewing the Tier 8 British heavy tank, the Caernarvon. I am recording this on April Fool's Day. There was an April Fool's Day video that went up probably last week or during this week about the Carl. So watch that because it's bloody amazing. But yeah, so I am going to be reviewing this tank. So let's start with the stats. And I'll tell you the opinion as well as their two replays. There, I'm just jumbling words. Anyway, 1600 hit points. This is the I think second highest of the Tier 8 heavy tanks. The highest being the KV4. I think beats it by about 50 hit points. But nothing else beats that, which is really good. It's a lot of hit points. It has the same as a Tiger 2, and you know, it's a nice amount of hit points. You can suffer quite a few hits on that. At least 4. You can suffer more than 4 average shots from an IS-3. Is basically how you should put that. Engine power pretty good. Power to weight, yeah, it's okay. This tank is not fast, but it's not slow. It's definitely faster than the every single heavy tank before them, from all the Churchill 1, Churchill 7, and Black Prince. Definitely faster than that. But is it more armored? No, not at all. It is. It has troll. It is a troll tank. When it comes to armor, it doesn't have good armor, but definitely doesn't have bad armor. The mantlet is huge and troll. This bit is really hard to pen, and your turret will bounce a lot of shots. As well as the front plate. The front plate, you know, 130, not very good, but it's sloped, so you will bounce shells, especially angled. You just go sping, sping a lot. There is one major flaw with this tank, is that the underglacius is where you store ammo. And that's right, you can get ammo rack from the front, which is annoying because that's one of your major weak points. And yeah, it's not good. Traverse speed. This tank turns very fast. Turret is so fast, 36. Very fast turret. Very nice turning speeds. So yeah, it's very good. View range 400. Very good view range for a heavy, and the signal range 750. Pretty average for a tier 10 radio. So yeah, that's the Caernarvon. And now let's look at the guns. There are 2 guns. You have the A barrel and the B barrel. The B barrel is obviously better than the A barrel because it has a better aim time and a better accuracy. Otherwise, it's exactly the same gun. It also has a better rate of fire, which is nice, but it weighs a bit more, but who cares? The way that you can go about it, though, is you don't have to research the B barrel to get to the Conqueror. But I would, because it's an amazingly better gun. I mean, 1.9 aim time is just like, what the hell? And then you get to the Conqueror and you've got the B barrel unlocked, and you can get straight to the turret then, the big 20mm. So, that was not what I wanted to do. This tank, the Caernarvon. What is my opinion before I show you my replays? This tank is a DPM tank. It's a tank that, much like the Churchill 1, the Churchill 7 and the Black Prince, does damage over time rather than in one burst. By the time the IS-3 can put one shot in you, you've already put 1 3/4. You put one shot in and he shoots at the same time. You'll have reloaded another time, so you'll have put the second shot and he will still be reloading, and then after that he will shoot whilst you're half done. So that's actually 2.5. This tank reloads very fast and does a lot of damage. It also has 226 pen, which is the highest, second highest I think of the tier 8 heavies. The highest being the KV4 with 227. Also, it has more damage, only by 10, the KV4. But this tank fires really fast. I think it's a... I might be wrong. It might be 8 or it might be 6. I think it's more likely to be 8 because 6 sounds a bit extortionately... No, it might be 6. It is 6, yes. This tank has a 6-second reload. It's staggering, but it's true. It doesn't look right, but I have 100% crew, I guess. It's a high sit. I think it's 6.8, but yeah, it's very fast reload, and bloody amazing. With the Type B gun, and I would definitely recommend putting the Type B gun on because it's bloody awesome. And plus, with 126 pen, you can pen most things. You have better pen than the IS-3, so you know, woohoo. That's really the tank. Not much else I can do. I'm going to show you a little bit of my service record for this tank. Caernarvon, there you are. So I've got a 50% win ratio in it, 215 battles fought. This tank was slow to grind through. I mean, my damage ratio is pretty poor, mostly because this tank doesn't deal damage in one shot. It's a very over time, and you know, you don't have a lot of armor, so you get hit pretty badly. But it is a good tank, and I would definitely recommend you go up past the Black Prince. Black Prince is my favourite British heavy so far because it's just so good. The troll armor, the heavy armor, and the fact that the fast firing gun does damage over time, such a high DPM. It's so good. And this is what this tank is. So let's go look at some replay. Okay guys, this is the first replay for the Caernarvon. I'm here with Bidin in his IS-3. And it's a fully tier 8 game with only one KV-3 on the enemy team who's been platooned with an IS-3. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Yeah, 2 IS-3s.
Move out!
So yeah, this game is my ace tanker mastery. And it's pretty good. As you saw, the reload time is pretty fast. I think it's about 8 seconds, 7 to 8. It's better than 6. But yeah, so I'm going to go up here to put some shots down into the enemy. There is a lot of people following with a KV-4 because, you know, they suck. Oh, well, apparently me was looking there as well. But yeah, this tank is, as you say, it's pretty mobile. I mean, I'm going uphill in a heavy at about 11. I'm accelerating up to 11 kilometers an hour. So it's pretty, you know, it's not the most maneuverable tank, but it is a heavy after all. It's not a Centurion. And the gun is very good and very nice. I mean, you can see the turret traverse, kind of. I mean, I'm just looking around right now, but you'll see it in action. I mean, look at that. Look how fast that turns. It's very nice. It's very nice. But yeah, so we're just going to go up and around here and get ready to do some dirty deeds done dirt cheap, because this gun is very cheap to run because it does so low damage per shot. So there's a 110. I'm going to put a shot into the side of his tank.
We've damaged them.
And there's a lurver who bounces on me, and I'm going to put another shot into him. Yeah, it looks definitely more like 8 seconds. 6. We're going to put a shot through his front plate because he's angled downwards.
Target acquired.
I'm just looking where my allies are,
making
sure I'm not blocking any shots. And there we go, Bidin puts the final shot into that lurver. I'm going to keep moving up. See what's what. There's a T-34. I bounce on him because of the angling. I think what happens is I hit the tracks, really. There's a nice 3. I'm going to put a shot into him. High damage roll. This tank only does 230 per shot. Kind of annoying. But I managed to kill him with a lucky shot because the ISU killed him. Shot into T-34 by an IS-3 behind me. There's a Tiger. A shot, but it bounces. His top plate is too strong for me, and especially as he was angled like that. I mean, there's no way I'm going to go through that. But I am managing to put a shot through the cupola. As you see, this gun is not the most accurate. That wasn't the biggest, smallest aiming circle you could have, but it is incredibly small, which is nice. KV-4 sort of rushes up, and I just decided, well, you know, if you're going to do like that, I might as well just rush up. I am in the way of the BL-10 from the ISU, so it's kind of like, maybe I should move up a little bit. Get out of their way. This KV-4 is getting absolutely swamped. He's stopped his balls. Put a shot through the end of Glacius. Even at that angle I can penetrate it because it's so weak, and the penetration of this gun is so high. 5100 gets taken out by me. I bounce the Tiger 2. I managed to put a shot through the cupola, I think. No, I completely flunked that shot. That shot just decides not to go. T-69 absolutely just fails. Put a shot through the top plate of the turret of the Tiger 2. Bidin just fails there, and I killed that Tiger 2 for him. You should never charge a Tiger 2. ISU finishes off that 110. I'm going to keep moving up with the fellow heavies. It's 6-6. We have lost the K line down south, but we are running around the mountain now and about to take these guys from behind and finish them off. Here is a Caernarvon, and I missed him on the move. Caernarvon bounces on me. I'm going to aim my shot into his track and miss because he turns, manages to block my shot. I'm not going to be able to get him. Gets shot by the ISU. There's a T-34-3. Talbot to go get him. And we want to sort of want a brothers in arms. That's 3 kills each without dying. Of course, I'm going to put a shot into him and miss. I'm going to put one last shot into him, and then I'm going to turn to the cap because we are capping. Well, being capped. So I put a shot through the top plate of that guy. I might put a second shot apparently. I'm going to get for the cupola then, and it ricochets because he gets moved up. So I'm going to turn my tank around. I see the hull traverse isn't amazing, but the turret traverse definitely is. Bidden doesn't manage to get the final shot into him, so it's still 3 kills to me, 2 to him. But we are going to move up. There's only one person capping, which is fantastic news for us because it means we can just move up and eventually go get them. There are, however, it's pretty equal. We're only 1 tank up, which is annoying. Their Caernarvon had 4 kills, which is pretty impressive. Or he's just... That guy manages to take out my loader with 1 hit on the move, which is just bullshit. I didn't actually realise my loader was dead until much later in the game. Not that much later, but still rather late. I almost hit the ISU, but I do manage to get the Borsig. I think at this point I realise my loader's dead, because I'm not reloading very fast, and I'm like, As you can see, like even without my loader, my reload is still like about 11 seconds, which is the same as the IS-3. So here we go, loader's back in action. Borsig bounced on my turret because it's troll turret. There's an IS-3. I'm going to put 1 shot into him, or try to, so that Bidding can get the kill. There we go. Now Bidding to get that, but he misses it. Someone else gets him. There's a 112. I asked Bidding if he can get the 112. He said, yeah, I'll get him.
Enemy armor destroyed.
So I'll kill him, because I didn't particularly want the KV-4 taking the kill from one of us. But Bidding does manage to get a few shots in and stuff. I shoot the KV-3, do a slightly low damage roll, but it was never going to kill him anyway. There's the VK. I put a shot into his turret, and it bounces because it goes a bit low. Moving up to the enemy cap now. We've got this in the bag. I'm on a really high HP, and so's Bidding. Bidding manages to get the Borsig, I think, from here. I didn't notice in game that he got him, but I think he does. Yeah, see, Bidding takes out the Borsig, and it's just like, oh, I don't care. He wasn't spotted, so I didn't notice that he died. But yeah, so there's only an IS-3 and a VK left. And then Bidding kills out the IS-3, so it's 4 kills each. Moving up now to the VK. As you can see, did quite good in this tank. This tank does do damage over time very well, and is rather maneuverable. I mean, it's not a medium tank; it's a heavy tank, and it's still maneuverable for a heavy tank. It's not as maneuverable as, say, the IS-3, but yeah. And then I managed to sneak the kill.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Awesome. So yeah, so let's look at the results screen. So here's the results screen. As you can see, I got a Mastery class, Brothers in Arms, Confederate, Tank and Sniper, you know, the whole things you don't usually get in a heavy tank, and a whole lot of credits. 133,000. Oh my god, my brother's telling me I'm gay. Anyway, so as you can see, I got 3.7k damage, that's a lot, but then also got 2.7k, which is quite good. We got 9 kills altogether, which is pretty impressive, considering the enemy team were pretty rubbish, actually, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. And a lot of bounces, a lot of everything. Anyway, let's go to the next game. Okay, guys, here's the final replay. This is a tier 9 game. Not very tier 9, there's only 4 tier 9s on each team. And a lot of like tier 7s and 6s and 5s randomly scouts in there. The M7 platooned with a ELC, which is why he's in this game. And there's 2 AMX-12 tons on the enemy team. This game is a...
Time to roll out.
This game shows you why I am not... I mean, I consider myself a good player. I know that's a bit, like, blowing my own trumpet and stuff, but I'm a good player. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I am a good player. I do want to see myself as good as the likes of Jingles, because he's a good player. He's not an amazing player like Quickie Baby or Ike or Circumflexes, but I see myself like Jingles. Like I'm a good player, but I'm not as good as the best. And this game will show you why I'm not as good as the best. Because this game shows you right at the end that I basically panic, and I cost us the game. A game which I could probably have easily won, but you know. Anyway, this is going to show you mostly the human error rather than the tank error. The tank itself performed absolutely amazingly during this game. Once again, for some reason, my second replay I always go on will always have the HP, the percentage remaining rather than the HP remaining. It's really weird. I don't know why it does this, but you learn to live with it. So there's an SDA1 there. Just gonna grind him a little bit. Ooh, yeah. And then we spot a Type 59 and a M103, I think. Yep. So I'm going to use this. This will show you really the trollness of hiding in cover from an M103 and the trollness of the tank itself.
That one didn't go through.
This bit is a bit, I don't know, boring. I'm going to say boring because it kind of is.
Enemy armor is damaged.
It's Type 59. I did not know how to play, by the way. Yeah, this guy's hiding around the corner. I'm going to try and push. I just totally missed that shot. Get hit in the side of the turret. Right there, look at that. Well, actually, it's the back of my tank. It sort of went through my turret. It's kind of weird. But I managed to penetrate the Type 59 again. I'm going to put another shot into him. I'll try and get the M103. But it's kind of hard. I'm trying to snipe the cupola on it, but it's really hard from this distance, especially with this gun. I'm not entirely sure if I can see distance. Oh yeah, no, I can. It's about 330 meters. 340 meters, I should say. Go for another bottom plate of the Type 59. This guy just kept poking his underglacius out. If he hadn't, it would be way impossible to pen him. If he had just got a bit low and stuff. What's going to happen is I'm going to move in. I'm going to try and get this guy, and then I'm going to move back out because I'm going to move out and then I'm going to move back in because this Type 59 is spotting me, and I kind of want to go and rush towards the M103 to get better shots onto him, but it's not really the most effective thing to do. So what's going to happen is I'm going to rush, kill him, move back, which was probably the worst thing I could have done. Luckily though, this M103 driver does not take advantage of me out in the open. The SCA-1 moves up. I'm going to move up around here. I'm actually going to go back to base. Because we are being rushed by a 12T and a T-54, I tell Bidin that I'm going back to base, and he says yes, actually I'm going to go back as well. So there's a 12T here, there's an M7. The M7 is for some reason up there. Just, I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. He's going to die, and he deserves it, because he's in a really bad position. Just waiting for him to die now. Anyway, so I'm going to go forward. The STI and the 5120 move up to confront the M103. T-54's down there. I'm going to put a shot into his side. Set him on fire. He's got a premium fire extinguisher, so he doesn't die from that. Bidding goes around, kills the MX-12 ton, and there's the Type 54, T-54 I should say. That goes up. So I tell Bidin to wait up. I think he tells me to hurry up, actually. I don't know. But we're basically going to rush this guy when we've both reloaded. I'm kind of in his way, kind of not. Kind of want to entice him to shoot. I put a shot into his cupola. He shoots and misses. Bidin goes for it. And then the guy just turns around, gets shot in the rear by Bidin. So I tell Bidin to move up because his gun is way better than mine for penning high tier tanks in a one shot kind of thing. And I decide to, because I'm such a fast firing gun, I'd rather protect base because I can put a lot of shots in. So Bidin, I think, makes his move away. No, he's going to stay with me for now. But I think he will leave shortly. Yeah, he leaves about now. No. Or he just moves back away. I don't know. I'm going to accelerate this bit, I think. There we go, there's a tank there. Yeah, Bidin's on his way now to help the STI with the M103. The STI doing absolutely awful. Really, really crappy player. Manages to get himself killed in the worst possible moments. So I realised not actually pushing the 8 line fast enough, so I kind of wanted to get that M103 and stuff, but they seem to be pushing it now, so I'm just going to hide in this bush again. M103 takes out our Type 59 and pushes quite vigorously up. So there, I do have shots on him from really far away. He's like 500 meters away. Pretty effective shooting. These two, the M103 and the SU-152, did terrible. Bidin comes back to help. STI probably has this. I mean, it's not going to be much in the base, to be honest. Don't manage to get the M103 on the way up, but I do manage to get him on the way on the other side. Put a shot into him.
We didn't even scratch them.
But didn't scratch him. I did take damage off him. Put him in a try and bounce him. He can't see me because I'm behind the bush whilst firing. I'm gonna load APCR now. There's a Type 54 or whatever it is. Type 254. There we go. Put a shot for his loaded basis with APCR. I am using all my APCR now. Bidin has the T54.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
The Hummel only manages to do track damage to me, which is awesome. Bidin might die to this T54. I mean, T54 very strong tank. If you rush Bidin, do a lot of damage. The STI spots a T29, and I'm telling the, you know, he needs to not die. Would be good. I move back, trying not to get spotted or killed by the other stuff. I load normal AP shells because the Type T54 can't take, can take normal AP shells. At this range I can penetrate still. I track the T54. Bidin misses his shot. I tell Bidin to move back. I'm going to try and track him again. I do hit his tracks, but it doesn't track him, which is really annoying. I try and take out the T54 now. And then he's dead, but the M103 manages to take out Bidin, I think. Might be mistaken. I put an underglacier shot into him. Bidin ricochets his shot. It might be him ricocheting, I can't remember. No, it was the M103 ricocheting. But artillery takes out Bidin with it. Really effective shell, to be honest. Splash damage, you're trying to get both of us, but yeah. So all that's left is an SU, and he's out in the open like a total retard. I used HE just to make sure. He bounces his shell because he's using a 122, which is why you should never use the 122, you should always use the dirt gun. My rear is faster, I believe. Might be wrong. I'm going to spot him again. Maybe not. I'm going to put a blind shot in. Put another shot into him. He ricochets again. This tank, as you can see, ricochets a lot of shells. It's very, very good. I'm going to put a few shells into him and then I'm going to back off so that RT can't kill me. This guy's running away now. But he hits me, the Hummel hits me. I don't know why I didn't aim that, why I just like, I don't know. But I get him on the, I miss him on the way. But this guy didn't hide behind the rock like I told Scrumpnub. So he dies. And then what happens is that I try and trick RT. I'm still spotted. RT's looking at me. I trick him into thinking I'm going this way. And then I go around the rock and I come down the 8 line. So I'm going to accelerate this because it's pretty slow. And this is where I panic. It's me and an STI. The STI is doing awful. The STI is doing the worst thing that could happen. I'm thinking of going down the 7 line and I think, nah, I'll go around the 8 line. I have plenty of time. It's just artillery and a Type T29. So I'm going to go around, and this is where I panic. I panic so hard, and I throw the game away. I mean, it could have been an easy kill. I mean, I'm on more than half health. I could easily have taken this, but I just panicked. Because this is why I am not a good. I don't consider myself an expert player. I am nowhere near a quickie baby or anything, and this is the reason why. Because I panic under pressure, and I've been across panic lately. I mean, Crab Hunter got a panic a bit with his Comet yesterday, and it happens to everyone. I put a shot into this guy, don't manage to kill him. And this is where I panic. I'm just like, well, you know, he's on one shot. I can get this kill pretty easily. And I knew he was waiting for me. I knew he was waiting for me. The Hummel has been spotted by the STI. So I'm thinking, this is going to be so easy. And it could have been so easy. But because of idiocy, look, this guy's here. He's waiting for me. He's so blatantly waiting for me.
We've had it. Everybody out.
And now I'm dead. And it's just like... So, let's look at the results. So here are the results. Another mastery badge. This time with Defender and a high caliber. Doing quite a lot of... well, I got quite a lot of XP considering it's a defeat. 2,300. But it was 13,000 base. But yeah, so it did over 4,000 damage as well. Basically, it was ridiculous. I should have won that. And I totally fucked up, and that's how it works. But yeah, so this is the proper stats. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you saw the awesomeness of the Caernarvon, and that you should all get one, because Caernarvons are awesome. The whole line is awesome. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall see you next time.